We are back once again to talk about SoFi. Third SoFi video in a row this week. If you're a SoFi shareholder, then you probably have a smile on your face because, oh man, we just keep getting better and better news, right? Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hopefully, you all are having a great day. If you are new, welcome to this channel. This channel is still relatively new, so if you enjoy my content, definitely smash the like button and subscribe for more. I tend to put out videos Monday through Friday on here. This YouTube channel is not supposed to be a SoFi only dedicated channel. By all means, I'm a semi-bull, a big tech bull, or just a stock market bull in general. But SoFi is a very hot topic right now, and I'm starting to call these videos pretty much whenever I talk about a certain stock, pretty much watchers. So this is a SoFi Watchers exclusive episode. If you want to see my two other videos on SoFi from Monday of this week, even though the market was closed, I did put out a video Monday. And then yesterday, I also put out a video as well, too. Going to be talking about this news that pretty much just dropped on SoFi. Going to be talking about some technical analysis on SoFi. Basically, the charts, the price action, where SoFi could potentially be going. And I do believe that as oil continues to fall, as long as we get good news coming out of the Middle East, such as, hey, you know, there's going to be good things, peace, no more negative conflicts, no more wars. Oil stays below 90 bucks, which is at $89 right now. Very, very good and very, very bullish. Also, on Friday of this week, we're getting huge economical data, GDP and also PCE. Next month is the first, the new Federal Reserve governor. Oh boy, it's all over the place right now. Kevin Walsh, June 17th, FOMC meeting number 1 for him. Maybe we get some great forward guidance, but it's really all about oil coming down, and we very well could experience a SoFi rally to 25 bucks. So I want to go over the news relatively quick. You can find this news basically in various different areas. I always like to really pull the news directly from their website, the investor relations website. Now, you could, or rather I should say, if you are using TradingView, if you are on Webull, if you are on Moomoo is another trading app. Robinhood, let me double check. I don't believe this news is on Robinhood. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Actually, no. Yep. This news is on Robinhood. So you can find this news in various places. But when it comes to verified news, you always want to make sure you're checking the investor relation page of SoFi. You can very much Google it. I'll go ahead and leave today's article from SoFi's website down in the description of today's video. But otherwise, I mean, we're getting various articles, pretty good reads. Going directly from their website, though. SoFi becomes the first stablecoin issued by a U.S. national bank to launch on its banking platform. So Anthony Noto, he's been very much vocal on a lot of retail YouTube channels. Maybe someday he'll be on this channel, right? And he's been talking about the stablecoin. I've been talking about SoFi USD stablecoin for a while now, and how a lot of people, or rather I should say retail like myself, retail investors, or even if you are a trader, you pretty much probably understand how big this is. The issue is that a lot of Wall Streeters, they don't really get it, or maybe they do get it and they just don't like it, or maybe they do get it and they think it's too much of a risk. But a USD, SoFi's own private stablecoin, is huge, because what this is going to do is it's going to make SoFi money, and then SoFi at the same time is going to take some of that money and push it back to the members, aka SoFi's customers, aka someone like myself that uses SoFi's platform. Many of you all, if you do use SoFi's platform, definitely drop a comment down below. And if you are a SoFi shareholder, whether you're a brother or a sister, SoFi bros, definitely let me know down below in the comment section too. But they are pretty much profiting from the stablecoin, and they have a deal with MasterCard. So they're making money when people essentially use this type of product, which essentially that's what it is. And as they make money, they're also kicking it back to members as well too. How do you make money as being a member? You make money by basically banking with them, by pretty much having a checking savings, not to mention rewards points too. So they're also this is a lot of people have a hard time understanding stablecoins, and it's because stablecoins are still kind of relatively, I want to say, like a new thing. Another way to really look at a stablecoin is kind of like, in my own terminology, I would say like kind of like a video game currency in a way. Maybe that's like a bad analogy. I'm a video gamer. I run other YouTube channels that are actually video game orientated. But when I think of a stablecoin, I think of pretty much like a unique video game currency that pretty much benefits the video game, but can also benefit you at the same time. But this is really huge because, hey, look, this is really much the future. And the future is here, and the future is going to have a lot more companies basically pretty much be able to use stablecoins. But let's go ahead and read some of this stuff in Definitely Remarks. Member-centric everything app, digital financing services announced today that SoFi USD, a bank-issued US dollar stablecoin, is available for SoFi members to buy, sell, and hold, and convert directly within the SoFi app. Once again, if you are a SoFi member, you have various different products and features that can benefit you. This marks the first time that a U.S. national bank issued stablecoin is available directly on a banking app, which is huge because, once again, this is SoFi's moat, okay? It's very important to understand what a moat is around a company. It's basically, well, just think a moat around a castle, right? The enemy or competition, which the enemy is theoretically competition, they can't get into your castle and steal your wealth. They can't steal your members because SoFi's mode is being a disruptor financial institution, a fintech in the banking sector. And this just more or less just it strengthens their core mode and core value. Find me a big bank that is pretty much doing this. Crickets, right? A lot of crickets. Bueller. Okay, maybe not crickets. Maybe Fearless Bueller is a better example here. By expanding SoFi USD to nearly 15 million members, you got to remember, when they talk about members, they're talking about clients, people actually using their products. And this is going up every single year by 30+%. And as it scales higher and higher, we could be looking in the next couple years of SoFi's members being close to 25, 30 million people. That is huge. That is becoming essentially a banking giant if you really think about it. A lot of big banks out there that are definitely in like the top like 10 big banks, they have like 50+ million people. It's a big thing when a bank is continuously growing. SoFi is building the bridge between traditional banking, excuse me, and digital assets, very important, by integrating blockchain technology within its banking ecosystem. SoFi is helping to make digital financial tools more accessible, practical, and trustworthy. Water, cheers. And here's a good quote. At SoFi, we believe we can combine the speed and versatility of, oh boy, just butchered that, of the blockchain that we trust of a bank to improve how money moves around the world, said Anthony Noto, CEO. People no longer have to choose between blockchain technology and regulated banking products. With SoFi USD, we're giving our members a single piece to buy, hold, and pay with digital assets in the same app they already use to save, spend, and borrow and invest. A new standard for trust and digital assets. 1+1 redemption. This is huge. Basically, SoFi USD is redeemable 1-for-1 for US dollar to SoFi Bank. SoFi Bank members liquid assets to support all outstanding SoFi USD. Bank grade safeguards, multi-chain flexibility. Is available on Ethereum, Solana, huge. And basically pretty much just goes into more cryptocurrency. Okay, and that pretty much sums it up for like this article. This has been very well known that SoFi is going to be doing this. So this is one of the reasons why SoFi is up by 3.72%. And they're also not up by probably maybe 10 or 15%, because this has been very well known that this is going to pretty much be like happening and stuff. But at the same time, it's all good news, and it's really giving a stock price, you know, a bump up to the upside, which is very good. At the same time, we're also seeing oil come down. So two really good things. One, oil's coming down, and SoFi just dropped great news, right? But the news was already known. So once again, that's why it's not a surprise catalyst. If this was a surprise catalyst, it could very much be different. But what if hypothetically SoFi were to drop this news and oil was very much still above $100 a barrel? Maybe we would not be getting a 3.75% move. Maybe we would be getting something very smaller. Maybe we may even be in the red because oil would be higher. So, technical analysis. I talked about this yesterday. I deal with a lot of technical analysis, even though I am a very much investor in SoFi. You need to know the moving averages, especially when you want to pick up discounted shares. Or if you look at something and say, hey, this is kind of really trading a little bit too rich here. Yesterday, we made it all the way up, and I'm on the 5-minute chart here, which means each candlestick is 5 minutes. We made it all the way up to right below $17. So we really got to get above $17 now. Yesterday, we actually ended up closing at $15.99. I talked about how we really got to stay above $16. 1 penny doesn't matter. To be honest, it does, but at the same time, it really doesn't. The whole reason why it's going to be an uphill battle now to $25 is because understand how pretty much market makers work, especially when it comes to options, okay? Market makers, they set options primarily at 50 cents increments. Options very much, they can sway a stock. So therefore, we need to close above 50%, 50 cent increments. Okay, if we want to go to $17 today, we got to stay really above $16.50. Now, can something end up happening and we just soar past $17? Of course. What can that be? Let's go ahead and get something very much in writing that, hey, maybe there's, you know, a solid peace deal in the Middle East. Oil surges to the downside to near 80, or maybe 79, 78, maybe in the high 70s. That could add momentum. But just with where things currently are, we really got to stay above $16.50 for today. Definitely watch that out. Right now, it's 10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow and the following days, we got to really trend back to $17. Do we have the room to actually do so? Yeah, we actually have a lot of room. I'm on the daily chart right now, so each one of these candles is 1 day. Yesterday, we ended up breaking the 50-day moving average, which is very, very bullish. But now we need to close above the 50-day moving average. And the 50-day moving average is around $16.70. Do we have the actual room to move? Oh yeah. We have the room to move very much. We have the room to move all the way back to like $19. Very much $19, $18. Why is that? Relative strength index is 51.55, right in the middle. So we definitely have room to move up very much. The MACD, moving average conversion diversion. The MACD, if you can see this green line here, is starting to trend up That is what we like to call, especially if you are a trader or day trader. I've very much done a lot of day trading, very much done a lot of trading. When it comes to SoFi, I am very much long, though, definitely not trading SoFi. But when it comes to pretty much just knowing the charts, this is very bullish. Okay, it all looks like we're very much in a bullish uptrend. Maybe we're not gonna soar to $25, but we could very much reclaim back in the maybe 18, maybe 17, 19 area, pretty much where we were before earnings. We had a nice little pop. So good stuff definitely for SoFi. What am I doing personally right now with the stock? Currently I'm not buying any more shares. If you've been following me on this YouTube channel, for the last 6 months, I've been buying a lot of SoFi shares. I am stacked on 2 profiles. My public profile dedicated to this YouTube channel, I'm doing a public account profile challenge that started January this year, looking to take this to 6 figs in the course of 17 months. We are already halfway there. Yesterday we were actually right below 50K. Wanted to really catch it on video, but wasn't there. AMD is just, man, rock and rolling. When SoFi starts its move, and when SoFi is gonna move, it's gonna move fast, quick, like AMD. And you can go back and watch my videos from November of last year, 6 months ago. My SoFi average on this account was up by 115-20%. My total cost, though, was only 4,900. And I've just been, it's ever since SoFi broke down below $25, I've just been buying more shares on this account. My private account, I have a massive position of 1,642 shares, so I'm loaded up the wazoo there. But if SoFi does something, I mean, if the market's gonna punish like fintechs, let alone the overall market, I'll accumulate shares definitely probably in the low 15s. But right now, I'm loaded, and I'm very much here for the long hold and the big move. But like I said, when the big move does happen, this account's going to be well over 60K, and it's because it's primarily going to be because of SoFi. This stock moves quick, but it is very high risk. You need to understand that. SoFi is a speculative stock. It's a volatile roller coaster, but understand that as SoFi continues to grow and more institutions stop being a bunch of pussies, so to speak, and they really understand that SoFi is the future, and they really take a gigantic position and they hold it. They're not necessarily trading the stock and not sending the stock downward. You're going to see the stock stabilize. And when it does stabilize, a lot of volatility is going to very much go away. The big risk on a closing note today's episode is that SoFi is all around it's stuff that Anthony Noto cannot control. Anthony Noto and the management team cannot control if we go into a financial crisis in the US. He cannot control what the Federal Reserve does. He cannot control geopolitical events. Let alone, I mean, if you're the CEO of any company, you can't control that stuff, right? But SoFi is going to get hit 2, 3, 4 times more than any other company out there. Something happens where the Federal Reserve needs to increase rates, SoFi is going to get hit all around. Something happens geopolitically where oil is surging to the upside, it's going to affect SoFi tremendously more. It's going to affect SoFi more than it does maybe like Apple, maybe Walmart, right? Very, very differently. So take that with a grain of salt. Not a financial advisor. Here just sharing what I'm doing and what I've been doing for the last 6-7 months now when nobody wants anything to do with the stock market. Well, I've been buying a lot of stock. And on this public profile here, We're up by a juicy 26%. It's going to be up by 50% and then 100% in the very, very distant future. 6, 9, 12 months. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely smash the like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't know if tomorrow is going to be a SoFi video, but I mean, hey, if the last 3 videos on this channel has been dedicated to SoFi, right? Later, everyone.